I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Well, we are back to over 1,000 dead a day from COVID. The new Delta variant is raging through the population. Strike that. The Delta variant is raging through the unvaccinated, sister-marrying pickup truck with truck nuts population, faster than they can make margaritas with horse dewormer. Yeah, it seems that the people who get friendly with farm animals are now sharing medication from farm animals. And that's bad. Apologies for that last joke, I know. But it's true. People are taking farm animal dewormer to fight COVID. Little update. COVID isn't a worm or a parasite. It's a virus. You can't deworm it. Use a powerful light on it, bleach it, or shoot it. Even Jesus can't pray it away. But if God created everything, then he created the vaccine, morons! Yeah, put that in your Bible and preach it. The saddest thing to me is the data shows that the vaccine works. 4 billion shots in arms worldwide and 170 million in America alone. And how do we know it works? Because 90% of all deaths are the unvaccinated. And if that doesn't convince you, then you need to not take it. To be honest, we don't need you on the planet because you're just another moron peeing in the gene pool. There are actually parents going to schools and threatening to sue the schools about mask mandates.
Winter, I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Masks, by the way, stop transmission up to 80% depending on the mask you're wearing. Except if you wear it like this. Yeah, as a hammock for your third chin. Not really effective. People are fighting to not protect their own kids. You know, in the past, Americans have sacrificed their children to protect freedoms. But we are the first generation to send them to fight absolutely, totally unarmed. Let's arm the children. We gotta give them a fighting chance. Let's arm the children. And no one will ever get in the pants. You know, even more proof vaccines work. All the states with their ICUs full of anti-vaxxers wheezing their last breaths are states with the lowest percentage of vaccinated population. But they also have the highest percentages of openings on conservative talk radio.
Welcome to the program.
And yes, they are the states you think. To everyone else who got vaccinated to save themselves and their fellow Americans, I really, really, truly want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. But don't get sick, have a heart attack, a stroke, or get in a car accident. Because of these selfish, un-American, unvaccinated humps, the hospitals in the boot-scooting states can't treat you. The people that refused a simple treatment are now taking up all the treatment. Funny how you won't believe in medical technology until that technology is literally rammed down your throat. This week, the FDA, yay, approved the Pfizer vaccine, and the unvaccinated got busy bringing in construction crews to move the goalposts. The people who have been saying they won't take the vaccine until the FDA approves it are taking horse dewormer for COVID because the FDA won't approve it. Look, we only have 51% vaccinated at this point. We need to get to 80 plus to kill this thing off. And if we don't reach that level, it will mutate and mutate and mutate, and eventually it will kill off all the morons. Unless the horse dewormer does it first. Sorry. I'm a glass half full guy. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Fucking horse dewormer.
Like ours a vagina, fine.
Ours is actually a criminal.
Hey, ours is a criminal. Are we rolling?
I understand liking a vagina. That Are
we rolling?
We're rolling everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay. And as a man, penises are weird. They're just weird. Hi, welcome to the show. I don't know what conversation you walked into, but I'm Christopher Titus.
The penis conversation.
With me as always, the Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Hylinder.
There could be only one.
Yes. So we were just discussing how exes have their own issues, and if you start to put them on a chart and you go, oh, well, I could live with that.
Oh, yeah.
She's gay?
Yeah.
But she didn't take up $2.3 million from me? Okay.
I do have a spreadsheet. I'll send it to you later. You guys are winning. So
we're not winning. By losing. Yeah, exactly. By losing by a lot.
Right.
So sorry, we were just talking before we started shooting.
Why were you talking about penises? That's what you guys were
No, we were talking
about.
He said before.
I would like to make it clear that I was not involved in the penis conversation. If you rewind, you'll notice that it was just the two of them.
Yeah, but that's not what it means. He was saying that I said all your ex did is like vagina, and he said he goes, yeah, and I get that, and I can see the upside.
I understand.
All right,
okay, yes,
and I said as a man, even having one, penises are weird. They're just weird. Like why is it hanging off me? It's dangerous.
Does it have to be the ugliest thing?
Why can't it hide? Like yeah, exactly. And it's just like
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you're a 2-year-old boy, your penis looks like it's 95. It's just
it's instantly old man when you're born.
All right.
Still
welcome,
not in this conversation.
By the way, welcome to the classiest podcast you've ever tuned into. I want to thank you guys. We got our first...
Because of that.
Yeah, because of you guys and us talking about penises. We got YouTube sent us a plaque that says we got over 100,000 subscribers. So we got that. And so thank you guys for tuning in. We're at 151,000 now, which is great, which means you like me ranting about events.
What can we do
us
with that
doing
plaque?
Jokes.
Where can we cash that?
You know you can do it as plaque. You know you can do it as plaque. I don't hang it.
Which reminds me of the story of the angel and the Christmas tree. I'll tell that at Christmas time. It's my favorite story.
Every year you have to tell the story.
I do.
It's great.
What was the Armageddon update about today?
Armageddon update today was about basically the COVID again. We're going over COVID because it's getting
COVID. There's news in COVID?
Yeah.
Wait.
It turns out that people are dumb as shit. Turns out that everybody's a moron. We were talking about how it's really become this... And the polls are saying they're blaming Biden for the surge, but it's all the people that voted for Trump that are getting sick. Like it's like everybody who won't take the vaccine. Biden, how many? He's going on TV like almost every hour on the hour now, going, "You got to take the vaccine.
Wear a mask. Take the vaccine."
Well,
my dad said I told him that Trump came out last Saturday, I guess it was, and told everybody at that Alabama rally that they should go get vaccinated, and he got booed. And my dad said, well, why did he do that? And I said, because somebody said all of your voters are dying.
Yeah.
And my dad was kind of laughed, and I go, no, I'm not kidding. Yeah. You're not. It's someone has got to be tracking it. But when you look at where the majority of death is, how many in the last few weeks? We've lost 5 conservative talk radio.
And we got 3 up on the Armageddon update. That's what I said. I said the good news is there's a lot of openings in conservative talk radio.
And then all we had to do was just type that in. I'm like, wow, there's a list.
And here's the thing: I'm not laughing that people are dying. No, but here's the problem: anybody that goes on a like we have 150,000 subscribers. We kind of have a responsibility to at least be accurate. And to not put anybody in danger, right? Yeah. To not give them information where they can go, I'm doing that, and then die. And all these conservative radio guys did that. They basically were anti-vax. They were saying the vaccine is poison. They were saying that you don't know what's in it. And by the way, you can just go, what's in the vaccine? And literally the list of every chemical in the vaccine.
Can't believe what you read on the internet.
And by the way...
But you can't really believe what's on Gab and Facebook.
Right. Well, Gab and Facebook. Gab. What the hell is Gab?
That's the thing that my stepmother watches, listens, looks at. It's he wasn't fanning stink. He was fanning a gnat.
Oh,
because you fanned.
I have more dental. I have more dental work. Yeah, that's pretty bad. If my breath is like, whoa, Titus, Jesus.
It's like
I do want to.
You ever done that? You ever done that where someone like breathed on you and your expression changed? Like that, and you catch yourself, and you're trying, and they
get serious all of a sudden.
And then
I do want to talk to both of you really quickly because this little boy hut that you have going on here, this little stink shack, these little floaty thingies that have you noticed they're in your face? Having run bars and nightclubs for many years, these are fruit flies, and that means that you boys have been leaving food in the garbage can.
I think it's coming from whenever we open the barn door.
Nope.
We get an influx.
Nope.
Because the dumpsters are right there.
That would be flies.
We need to empty the
these
garbage.
fruit flies are growing on old food.
Ollie,
I don't eat fruit.
Empty the
so.
Okay. All right. We'll do it. Sorry.
Anyway,
Thank you for. By the way, and now Bombshell Science Minute.
How come we only see them when Ray's in here?
Yeah, because we're dudes and we don't notice them. We're like, yeah,
it's because you see your garbage through my eyes. Suddenly, when you have people over to your house and you've been living in crap, and then all of a sudden they come in and you're like, oh, wow.
Wow, we're hoarders.
Yeah, we got laundry everywhere.
Guys, just walk through the stacks of newspapers and make a right. And then, we should have cleaned this up. We have guests.
You just keep going past the cat room.
Can I tell a story that I was used to? So that's a thing where, so when we bought the cabin up north, it was I didn't realize how white trash I was until Ray came into my life.
Oh.
We were just throwing stuff in bedrooms on beds and stuff, and there was just like shit all over the place. And I invited, let's go up to the cabin. And we got there, and Ray was up there, and her mom was there. Very classy ladies. My Aunt Sandy, not so classy, didn't notice it. And I saw it through their eyes, and I realized, oh my God.
It was pretty shocking.
I have brought people to a shotgun shack where disease lives. That's what it felt like. And then I even brought my buddy Tony Schumacher up there once with his family, and I look back on that day, and it embarrasses me. It still does.
You still bring that up sometimes.
I get a cold feeling. I'm like, oh my God, like what scumbag must they have thought I am or was?
It wasn't. It wasn't as much that my mom had to like go like this to clean all the clothes off the bed that she was sleeping on. It was that for about the next 6 months of us dating, your ex-wife's underwear were on the floor.
Oh boy.
When I finally said to you, do you think we could get these underwear?
And I like, what? Oh man, I didn't know they was there. Shit.
You start to not see it anymore.
It's my vacation house. I don't care what's going on with it. I just come here, I flop, I'm done. But oh yeah, underwear, sure, pick it up.
So this wasn't right after laundry day.
No,
like where you just.
I don't even know why they were. I don't even know why.
Maybe
it was probably.
I think it was
like I'll dump.
I think
onto the bed.
Listen,
and then work
if you knew Mike's wife, I didn't want to touch him either. Let's just be clear.
There's fruit flies everywhere.
Yeah, fruit flies. It was a fruit fly nest. It was a swarm. It was like a hive of fruit flies in the crotch.
And Ray was like, I worked in bars.
Because it was rotting.
I know why. I didn't need you to explain it. Oh my goodness.
So yeah. So we've got ICUs full in
all. Let me get back to Gab.
And all
Gab is the alternative to Facebook because Facebook is too liberal.
Facebook's too liberal.
Notice how I put a blueberry in my mouth like Dr. Evil would have right there?
Facebook is too liberal.
So when I logged on, no, I didn't log on. I went to gab.com. So my dad said, she's sitting up all night. It's kind of going a little nutty, reading this thing called Gab. And I said, what is that? And he goes, it's like a Facebook. And I look at it, and the posts that are at the top of the page when I open it are Donald Trump. He's not banned from there. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz. And anyway, it's all like COVID is a hoax. The election was stolen. I mean, it's just one
Everybody's
right
welcome.
after
Proud
the other.
Boys, QAnon, everyone's there.
The guy that started the website, because of course, then I went and did some research, is an alt-right white supremacist who you can go see videos of him being that. But
wasn't there another like a Twitter, like a right-wing Twitter that was up for a couple minutes?
Parler.
Parler, that's it.
I think it still is. It got rebooted. Here's the thing. Mo Brooks was at the same thing in Alabama. Mo Brooks, the guy who wore the bulletproof vest on January 6th.
On the day he meant fighting in a peaceful way.
What did you know it was coming, bro? That you were wearing a bulletproof vest? Like what? So Mo Brooks says we need to move on from 2020. We need to start thinking about 2022 and 2024. Boo! Which is like, how dumb is a field full of people? By the way, it was in Alabama in a field. That's where the last rally was.
It was actually a farm owned by a nurse, a medical
anti-vax nurse.
Yes.
An anti-vax nurse
in Alabama, where the ICUs are full, and if you have a heart attack and you call for an ambulance, they aren't operating
I have a
ambulances.
Question. How did you pass any medical certification if you don't believe in vaccines? How did you pass any? Like, you should just have it revoked.
Trump University.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
That must have been it.
It was by mail. Well, here's what happened was I filled out a
online
form.
Course.
They asked me what cures these diseases. I wrote Jesus. And it turns out that was the right answer. And Jesus, ivermectin, and hydroxychloroquine. And
I do believe Jesus can heal illnesses.
And I wrote that. Yeah, when Jesus shows up.
Who doesn't have to?
Jesus, you can just touch his gown, and I can see my cataracts are gone. I can read. I'm saying that these people, if you actually deny medical technology, that here's what bothers me. We believe, like, we have a phone. This connects to satellites right now. I can actually change the thermostat in our house by going beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, right here on this phone.
Speaking of
Fix it. Thank you. I can actually call anybody. I have fitness apps. I have stuff that'll track my watch will track my vital signs. So you can believe in all of that. You can believe in a car. My Tesla, I said it drives itself. You can believe in that. You can believe in getting in an airplane and flying 18 hours in the sky across the world while you're drinking wine and you're watching satellite television. You can believe in all that. But for some reason, you can't wrap your mind around that the best scientists in the world have come up with a vaccine that'll kill a virus that's currently killed 600,000 plus people. You can't wrap your mind around that.
Okay.
But you're watching porn on your cell phone. You're fine with that.
Right. Yeah, okay. I'll give you 1%, a little slice of you're not trusting there's a medicine that's going to help you.
If you're a 90-year-old black man, don't take any. I wouldn't take anything. I wouldn't drink milk from a carton that was sealed. If you're a 90-year-old black man in America, you're like, I've seen too much.
Right.
I get it.
Right, exactly.
I get it.
But when it comes to the masks, come on, that is just a fabric. It's not going to hurt you.
Nope.
Better be safe than sorry. It doesn't make any sense. We already have so many things in our world that are safety related.
You were bringing up a bunch of seatbelts. Yeah. So
shoes.
At your freedom. By that way, when seatbelts came out, that happened too. Right. You wear socks and shoes. Basically, it's a foot mask, full of foot condom you put on all the time. Welding. He said he brings up welding, and I'm like, oh, right. You wear a giant, heavy ass, hard to breathe in, that you can barely see out of
mask. And you're like, wait, I got to put my mask on, yoink, and then you start.
Leather gloves where it's at 2,000 degrees, and you're fine with that to protect you. Yep. But for some reason, you can't put just beep. That's it.
Yeah.
To not
you can't just pull your shirt up. Like, you're wearing a shirt.
I do that when I go and play. When I forget my mask, I instantly like that. That's exactly what it is. I don't, people are just dumb. I will say it. I've said it before. I knew we were dumb. I had no concept we were this dumb.
You're pretty dumb.
Isn't it?
It's infuriating.
What else? What other safety things do you do all the time? You take aspirin. You have no problem with that. You'll take Viagra, which causes like brain fog. It causes digestive issues. I just don't get it. You'll eat so you can continue to eat cheese and kill yourself. You'll take diabetes. You'll take blood thinners to keep your heart going. But you won't take a vaccine that's been proven 4 billion shots. Yeah. I don't get it.
That's now FDA approved.
Oh, yeah.
So now what's the excuse?
Whoa. Here's the excuse. There's no excuse. First of all, it's FDA approved because the deep state got serious and they said, here's some money. And they paid him. Biden and his baby blood drinking pedophile elites paid a bunch of people because there's no way. It takes 2 years. Baseline.
That is the new talking
to
point
approve
on Gab. My dad likes to keep me updated on the mania that he hears.
We're going to stick to baseline.
2 years. This coming from people who have no idea how to. Never mind.
They don't know anything about any other vaccines.
They don't know anything about anything.
Yes.
So,
but they suddenly are scientific experts
on weather.
They are global security experts.
Yeah, on Afghanistan. They know about military. They know about how to get people how to do a troop movement. And so it's amazing how many basement fucking geniuses we have.
These are people that can't figure out their macros so that they can lose 500 pounds. I mean, I'm just saying. As an example,
listen. When you actually surpass the weight limit on the Rascal at Walmart, you should probably look into maybe a fitness app.
At that point, it's micros, though, right? It's not
speaking of which, this podcast brought to you today by FitPod.
Boom! I was hoping. I'm just throwing it out there, hoping that's one of it.
I couldn't not. We've had some people try FitPod and let me know how much they love it. Don't eat my nuts. Stay out of my nut bag.
That's what she said. Wait a minute.
Especially now, don't go to the gym. Stay home. This makes it possible. You don't have to have equipment. It's so you're not stuck doing the same workouts over and over and you get tired of it and you quit doing it. It tracks your progress. It's completely tailored to you, which is so awesome.
And also so much of it is functional. As opposed to standing there, how often do you do this motion? How often? But Fitbod, man, it gives you a bunch of workouts. You're moving.
And it's different for everyone. It's tailored to what your goals are, what your ability is. It's continually adapting with new exercises and dynamic intensity that adjusts to your progress. So you're always challenged, but you do it at your own pace. That's what I really, really love about it. I like that we don't have to do the same thing over again. I like that because we travel, we can do workouts in the hotel room when we don't have equipment. At home, we have equipment.
Also, can I be honest about, because we can say
Why are you touching your boob?
Because I've started doing like a ton of like body weight stuff as opposed to dumbbells and weight, and it changed. Mm-hmm. Like I started putting mass on at the top, and I was like, oh, okay, thank you, Fitbod.
Well, this is all completely tailored to you and what your progress was on the last workout to avoid you overstressing or overusing the same muscle. It's attacking every muscle from different parts and breaking it up.
And this is from a fitness competitor, by the way.
Former, clearly. No, I eat cheese.
I used to work out fitness. Now I eat cheese. That's a big needle swing right there.
I was over it. Did you have something to say?
That was a long time ago.
Okay, because I just kept. Super easy to use. It has HD video tutorials in case you don't know how to do an exercise. They will teach you, so you don't have to be scared. Integrates with Apple Health, Fitbit, and Strava. So it's also budget friendly. It's $9.99 a month. Can't get a gym membership for $9.99 a month. Or if you want to pay annually, you'll save some money. $59.99 for the entire year. But also,
a private training, one session is like $80.
Yeah,
if you want
easily.
to get a whole year. So you get a trainer for $9.95 as many times as you want to use it for $9.95.
So it's $59.99 if you do the whole year, and sign up now and you get 25% off of your membership. So it's crazy.
Do you know what else I like? I like about it because I can turn it on and I don't have any hassle of getting ready for the gym, driving to the gym, working out with the idiots, touching anybody else's juice on a machine. Mm-hmm. I get to pick my time when I want to. Like last night I worked out. Last night I went like 9:40. I went and worked out and I was done by 10:40.
Mm-hmm. But it's also great if you have to get to work or get to a plane like we do. Whereas some mornings I would not be working out before we had a flight because I don't have time to drive there, drive back.
But also as much as we travel, it's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, to have this, to turn it on, go in the hotel room and just work out. Done.
Yeah, because we're not going in a hotel gym. Pick up the pace on your fitness journey with Fitbod today, and your future self will thank you. That's 25% off your membership at fitbod.me/Titus. That's 25% off at fitbod.me/Titus.
I hate the guys in the gym. The biggest thing is the dumbbells. The biggest thing in a packed gym is the guy who has basically gathered the dumbbells around him.
Yeah.
Like they're like cult members.
Right.
And then he leaves.
Right. And never puts them fucking back.
Yeah, dude.
Re-rack your shit, bro.
You carried them 30 times. Put one more rep. Do one more rep to the rack, asshole.
So I would yell at that guy and the staff who didn't yell at him.
He's me. I didn't know you were me. And then I'm like, the fuck is going on? I'm that guy. I'm like, dude, are you putting it back? Are you going to, how long are you going to be on your phone on the leg machine, dipshit? Yeah. And then what? How about you let someone else in? I'm almost done. With the text, are you almost done with the text? Or are you almost done?
Like, buddy, I've got like 50-pound weapons right here. So you better.
Oh, you like that? Yeah. I'm doing shoulders. I hate guys in the gym. Hate them.
I know. That's why I'm glad we don't go there.
Also,
I actually quit going to the gym with him. I actually left and got a gym membership at an all-women's gym because you were angsty.
Not angsty. There's etiquette. And have some gym etiquette.
Is this like bosom buddies? Do you go in with a wig?
Yeah, like, hi, Rachel. Oh my God, I'm working on my glutes.
Yeah, because all women sound like that.
Shrill. All women sound like that. See how close that was?
You sound like yourself.
You sound like
very
yourself.
Nasal.
You're very nasal. Okay.
I'm not saying
it's like you, a little Jewy. That's how all women sound.
You have something on your tooth.
Of course, I always do.
You're making fun of me.
My tooth. I'm so tired.
I'm just watching. You couldn't see the giant airplane that landed on his front incisor.
It wasn't an airplane. It was a piece of almond.
That's why I was kind of watching him in amazement.
But it was
He's making fun of me. He's on camera with a giant almond skin wrapped around his tooth.
I married I married my 7th grade nemesis in the gym.
Oh, do you not like being made fun of? Why are you drinking my drink? We are not that close.
We're married. You psycho.
So that's how it works? I thought it was...
We are not that close. I do. That to a part.
We just had our anniversary, damn it.
Don't drink out of my can, you psycho. And stay out of my nut bag.
You do need to stay out of all of it. Knock it off.
What? Man. We are, all the sisters marrying states are having some serious COVID
Those
issues.
are not sister marrying states.
Yes, they
sister
are.
marrying states
Florida,
are Utah.
Louisiana, Alabama. No. Alabama, Georgia.
Those are
those are
cousin
daughters.
marrying
Missouri,
states.
Cousin
Mississippi.
marrying.
Cousin. We
no,
marry our
no.
cousins second.
It's not all
There's
the
a
time.
difference, okay? Sister marrying,
And
daughter
cousin
marrying,
marrying.
cousin marrying. Big difference.
Listen,
Okay?
once the bloodline gets diluted a little bit, the chance of you having a flipper baby drops down about 8%.
Yeah.
It's automatic COVID
So sure,
protection.
we're rolling the dice, but it's a pretty good bet.
Some
Better
of
odds
those
than you getting in
states-
Vegas. Come here, baby.
Still have laws on the books about marrying your cousins and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that it became such an issue. They're like, we gotta legislate this. These rednecks.
Look, in the South, we live in our mobile vehicle. We can't afford an extra car to drive somewhere
To meet other people.
someone else. So it's called adapting.
You use the whole.
Overcoming.
You use the local holes, is what you're saying.
It's survival of
Right.
the fittest.
What's available? That's what.
Oh my god.
I don't think I have any married cousins. I don't think I do. I probably
So
do.
science, I wonder how long it took, like scientists saying, hey, if you have sex with your cousin, there's going to be genetic problems. So genetics are, like, how long has that been
Can't
going
hear
on?
you over the fruit fly that's flying in front of your face.
I think that was a regular one.
No, that was a well-fed fruit fly.
I think we've left an apple somewhere. I think there's an apple.
The barn door, whenever the barn door is left
they had it open
open, I'm
yesterday.
telling you, it's a whole, swarm that comes in here. And then for a little bit. And then it goes away after like a couple.
It's not the Stink Shack. The Stink Shack is a little old place where we
Titus
can
and
funk
Hylinder.
together. Stink Shack, baby. Yeah, it's a Stink Shack, baby.
As the fly,
As the fly goes.
lands in
Yeah. All right, we've got a garbage can with some shit in it somewhere. Some apple.
literally, probably.
No, I had the, you know what I ate yesterday? I ate that salad that we get from Hugo's, which is one of my favorite places to eat, and I put the container in the garbage can. That's probably it.
I'm sure that's it.
We're
Anyway.
not. What? No, we're not. This is a nice place. We keep a nice place. And I had the door open. I did have the door open yesterday.
Okay. We can move on from that. I'm willing to move on.
Stink Shack, baby! Yeah!
We were in Phoenix last weekend, and we went next door to the Thursday night band karaoke.
Right.
And our friend
So we
got
have
up and sang Go-Go's. She had
We
many
got the
drinks. We thought it was going to be horrible. We were really hoping
She was
for
great.
horror. She was great. I know.
So
Very disappointing.
they do something really cool. Copper Blues. First of all, the club. I want to thank everybody in Phoenix for the club for Stand Up Live. It is a great club. Everybody's great. COVID's freaking people out again though, so it's getting weird. But across from Stand Up Live, down across the hallway, there's this place called Copper Blues. And dude, check this out. Instead of having a karaoke machine, they have a band that knows 1,000 songs.
Oh, wow.
And you can sign up and sing with the band. And to their credit, they have a lead singer that helps you when you're sucking.
When the words
Wow.
are coming up
You
on
get
the
a
screen,
backup
she
singer.
goes 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
And point. I mean, she sings with you, so she's guiding it.
Yeah.
So it
Wow.
ends up
That's
sounding
legit.
better than it ever would.
And I bet the band can sort of play to the singer too. They
Yes.
can like
Yeah. It was
adjust
really-
the tempo.
There's some people there to the show, though. There's
That's
some
awesome.
people that show up and they're like,
It
this
was
is my,
the show.
This is my life.
Every karaoke night has that, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a scene.
There was a dude there that sang "Creep" by Radiohead.
And he was.
But you didn't get it. But Shauna was there, and Catherine, our friend, and me. we all three were like, oh,
three women
no.
who've spent many, many hours with creeps were like, this dude's got to get out of here.
Like
Yeah,
he
he's
has
got
a
a
body
body.
in his trunk right now. He's singing this one song.
This is his alibi.
And yes.
Yeah.
And then he's going to say, they saw me there. And then he's going to go bury the body. And you were like, why? And then the manager came over and we were like, that guy was so scary. And he said, yeah, didn't you notice I had 3 security guards on him when he was standing by the stage? So they got it too. You would have been
And he
murdered
said
and
creep.
raped
I mean, it's-
in that
I
order.
would not
That's
have
really
been murdered.
telegraphing.
No, I would not. He was. I just thought, no, he's the kind of guy that gives off that vibe to women, but he's also the dude that if you step to him, he stops. So he's like, okay.
Do you
He's that
think
guy.
so?
Yes. Yeah, you got to remember that. Like women live in such a. Man, knowing you has really. My ex didn't have that problem because she wasn't you. There was not a whole lot of upside in my opinion. So she didn't get accosted, harassed like you do, or you have. We were coming home from the gig. We drove home. By the way, I made Phoenix to LA in barely 5 hours, 378 miles.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Pedal to the metal.
this was the middle of the night, right? So
Yeah, I like that you give me. Let me do
cars
the
went there.
math on it. 378 divided by. I averaged 75.6 miles an hour. So if I average 75.6 with stops, that means I was up over 90 most of the time. So
this is being recorded. Just in
doesn't
case
matter.
you want to.
Oh, I mean, it's jokes. These are all jokes, man. I'm just joking. We're just telling
He would,
stories.
that's why I've always said that. He would be the worst person to commit a crime with because he tells everything he knows. All of it. He'll tell
Guys,
it
I
all.
wouldn't have gave us all up, but I have a podcast.
Your Honor, I submit to you
Here's
this
my
award.
plaque.
This is.
I had to tell the story because we got time to fill. We need views.
You do tell it all. And
I don't. I'm better at it. But
what
when
was
it
your
comes to me, I
point
can
about
tell
us? You said guys are creepy.
Oh, so we stopped at a rest stop and we stopped at a rest.
Oh,
we
at a
said,
rest
we have
area.
to pee at a rest stop. And it's a
And
nice
the singer
rest.
was there.
At
It's a
like
nice.
one
it's a
in
nice-
yeah, probably.
It's a nice rest area, and there's trucks there. And Ray goes, I can't go, and you have to go on with me. And I go, why? She goes, because those guys just hang out in there, and they'll
In the
take-
women's stalls.
they'll
They
take
in the
people.
middle. This was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Which I didn't really get until you said it, and I was like, oh, hello, fruit fly. By the way, I'm naming it.
That I think is
That's a
ideal.
regular.
By the way, new fly on the podcast.
By the way,
Buzzy.
we sure they're not just
Yeah.
spawning out
Yeah,
of your
you're the
fruit
only one that
area?
has fruit.
Because they would be buzzing around that. And
I know, but
they're
I think
not.
they were like, I'm free.
No, I walked into a sea of
Out of their
fruit
jail?
flies.
But all a truck driver would have to do in some desolate rest stop, and we're in the middle of the desert, there's no buildings around for 80 miles that way and 80 miles that way, is just hang out in a stall. Girl comes in by herself. You drug her, take her, put her in your truck, and you're gone.
Have you read no true crime books?
Do you know there was I've read some, not even just true crime books, but there is a little study done by the FBI that and actually we got remember when the kids were going to school at that elementary school, and I got them to change because all the truck drivers were parking in the school parking lot and sleeping there. And so if you look it up, the FBI, they're estimating it's like insane amount of missing people and serial killers are long haul truck drivers.
Right, it's the perfect alibi. I would like to say we have some long haul truck drivers that listen. We don't mean you. Well,
don't mean
unless you're doing that.
And we know you know some though.
We just mean that some bad people are attracted to the transients of that job because they can hit city after city after city and never
and keep
never
moving.
be static.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they've got like a CB code for.
By the time
know.
they're looking for that person, or by the time they find that body, that guy's long gone. And no real record of him having been there during that time.
Hannibal
the
Lecter
ideal
on the
job.
clover leaf. Come on back.
There's no way I'm going at 1 or 1:30 in the morning in the pitch black, 18-wheelers lined up.
Well, I could have just stood outside the door.
No.
And it was really weird because it was really not well designed. So it's a woman's bathroom, right? And there's nobody in there. It's just me and Ray. And I go in, and instead of having stall doors that are like 7 feet tall, if you stood up, they came to here.
What?
So you could just walk up and be like, "Sup?"
Yeah, you could see right. It was the weirdest thing. He and I
I
were
like watching you poop.
trying not to make eye contact in the mirror while we were peeing. But
don't
that's
have
my
any-
whole life.
I have no issue at all with
Nightclubs, my whole life, because I'm 6 feet tall, and I would wear 4-inch heels to a nightclub, and I would go into a stall and then hover because I'm not going to sit on that toilet. And the girls, I'm the giraffe at the zoo. And the girls in the mirror, like fixing their makeup or whatever, would always be like,
Ew, why are you
I'm
staring?
the creeper.
So
I'm not.
they
I'm
would
trying
turn
to
around
pee.
and hand her leaves.
I like these. Yeah.
Laced with Molly, so you could go dance more. What do we do about COVID? It's not. Oh, guys, I want to announce something. We're doing a show because of COVID peaking again, and because of idiots, and Ron death sentence DeSantis. We are going to do another live show here at the shop. We're going to have a vaxxed audience. We're going to do. It's August 25th. Sorry, September 25th, that Saturday. I'm going to do my new show, Zero Side Effects, is done. Ray's breaking in like 35 minutes of new material that she's been working on it, which is killing. We're going to have like 60, 70 people in here, so it's going to be a real show. We are not going to record it, so it will not be available after. So if you want tickets, go to Ray's setting up the Eventbrite page now. It's $10. And you'll be able to have that Saturday when COVID, it's right about when COVID's going to be totally killing 2,000 people a day again. Because guess what? Cases are now up over 170,000 a day countrywide.
Florida is beating its record
From last year.
From last year.
Okay, here's my favorite part of the day today. Well, I have a couple. Had a couple good things happen.
Okay.
One where we beat the ex this year on something that she usually crimes, and we put our truthful, honest paperwork in first. So her criming paperwork is going to get rejected. That was a win. That's a W. Also, the amount of people as of today that have died in Florida from COVID has now exceeded the margin DeSantis won his gubernatorial race by.
Oh, no way.
I like that you're doing election math. She's doing death. Like it's like if the Grim Reaper worked for the Democrats. All right, everybody, listen up. I've killed enough people now. We can't lose.
I think we can win.
Wow, really?
I think that's why examples of that becoming so glaring that Trump went out on Saturday for the first time ever. What has it been, a year and a half? And said, get vaccinated. I got
said it.
He did barely say it, but then he did say, I got it. Nothing's happened to me yet. Boo.
Yeah, but you know, you got to get your freedoms.
Personal freedom.
You know it's bad when Trump goes, these people are idiots.
You know what? I don't like that.
Wow, on second thought, they're dumber than I thought. I don't like the poorly educated. They're going to get me also killed. It's weird the way he said it too. Someone played something that he said about the Taliban because people forget this. So what's going on in Afghanistan right now is pretty amazing if you think about it, on all good and bad. Bad that the country fell like in 4 days, but they're saying that the reason that happened was because when Trump let out the guy who's now going to be the president of Afghanistan. He's like one of the worst. He was the head of the Taliban. We put him in jail with 5,000 other dudes that were Taliban fighters. Guess what Trump did? He made a deal to let all those guys out about last summer when he was so president.
Nobody's talking about that. And nobody is also talking about, and I feel like I must be off about something because no one's talking about this.
Yeah, you feel insane.
Why was the president of the United States last year negotiating with the Taliban, who was not in power in Afghanistan?
Right. But
he went around the Afghani president, Ghani.
Yes, he did.
And as the American president, negotiated with the Taliban, and no one's talking about that. I feel like I must be missing something.
And then freed them. And then freed all the guys that we had in prisons. He said, let these guys out. And
you mean the ones that might organize and maybe then run the government when they overthrew?
By the way, I trust them. So they played a video of him saying that.
Promise you won't take over immediately.
He did. He said that. He goes, they said they're going to help us kill terrorists. They said that the guy can't. I wrote this on
What a
Twitter.
strategist.
The motherfucker can't finish a sentence. Here's what he says. He goes, you know, I've talked to them. They've negotiated with Taliban. I think it's good. And I think that these guys will stop and kill terrorists, which is good. Like bro, like what is your vocabulary? Like you can't.
He had the same conversation with the COVID. promise you won't get out. We're going to shut down
Nothing's
the
going to
lab.
happen. I've let COVID out. It seems to be fine.
Close the Wuhan office. Just promise you won't go spreading.
So, but here's the thing. It was apparently a big deal for the United States to not show a loss of confidence in the Afghani government.
And yet we did.
No, I'm just saying that Biden said that part of the reason that we didn't evacuate before was because they said if the United States did that, it would show a loss of confidence in the Afghani existing government. But a year before, Trump went and invited the Taliban to Camp David the day before 9/11,
Right.
and then met with them later and
where was your
negotiated
concern
with
for
them, but they
confidence
weren't
then?
in power. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. No one is talking about this. I haven't seen one news person talk about this, and I keep waiting because that to me feels like the beginning of this horror.
That's why it happened. I mean, 100%. And so what happened was,
100%.
so guess you when you can't negotiate with anybody when you're in prison. So they let these guys out, and they went into all the forces in that are working for the Afghani government and went like this: hey, when this goes, we're going to kill you. And that's why they folded. That's why they just said, nope, here you go. We're going to kill you, your family, and your daughters. Okay, I'm putting my guns down. So that's why Afghanistan fell in 5 days, is because everybody was like, nah, we're not fighting them. And they're still not. We're going to get on planes to go to America. That's what we're going to do. And so we have now flown out in 5 days. Say what you want about Biden. This is the biggest airlift of people ever done. This is Saigon. We got out 17,000 people. We have already taken out 85,000 people from Afghanistan. Now, I don't understand how that's that many of people that quote unquote helped us. And maybe you military guys, you can please write in, go to the website, write in on the contact page. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We do need to get out the people that helped us. We do. But we cannot spend $300 million a day for 20 years. Leave. It's time to leave. Sorry. $3 million. Imagine $300 million a day spent on America and Americans.
I just think that maybe we could have evacuated.
100%.
Say it again. Say it one more time. I'm tired of it.
100%. That's how I'm going to say mental. Because you make up voices for women. You like coleslaw.
So I'm doing that on stage. I'm totally doing it. He's always like, oh my God, so amazing. 1, 2, and you like make us all cheerleaders. That's going to be your voice. In this show, mark my words, I am going to do the voice of my husband like that.
But
it's time for women.
But you need to do that. But you set it up like that. Go. Men always make fun. Oh my God! Like there's some comics that are big comics that are just like, I can't tell you what I'm gonna say. And they're like, and so now I'm gonna make every man's voice.
How come you got coleslaw? I like coleslaw too. Can I get some coleslaw?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Say like a Titus.
What
like
would
something
Titus
Titus would say. Yeah, exactly.
I think the whole world gonna fall apart. I don't like the word at all.
Can you do that?
Well, that's how I talk. You're changing everything about me. Okay.
Wait, could you say it and then you mouth it and then we'll just
Okay.
You ready?
What do you want to say? I don't like the world at all.
Yeah, ready?
I don't like the word at all.
We do that.
Not even a little bit.
I don't even like the word at all. Not even a little bit.
Do it one more time.
I don't like the word at all. Not even a little bit.
So he'll edit that.
Do an Armageddon update like that. You just mouth it and you do the voice.
He's crying.
That's what we do.
Just keep it locked on
We'll have one film. We'll have her film hers. We'll use her audio. I'll read the same thing.
Okay, say we need comedy to get rid of our desire to kill.
All right.
Because that was one of his bits from someone.
We need comedy to get rid of our desire to kill.
Do it again.
We need comedy to get rid of our desire to kill.
So could you backstage just do the mic?
It's amazing.
So Biden has now.
I just wanted to say the world is really hard right now. We need to drown it out. And there's
True.
no better way to do that than with Logitech UE Fits earbuds. Best earbuds that you can get, buy, barter, sell, trade, pick up at any store, get online, whatever.
Not only that, but they're kind of, as a guy who likes toys and stuff and science stuff, that you get to put them in your ears and you do the light thing, and then you do the thing on your phone. You have to get the app and you put it in your phone, and then you can set them to basically you turn them on, and then you they fit into your ear, and your ears get warm, and it fits in perfect. And
then they're your ear fingerprint forever.
Well, hence the name UE Fit.
What did you first listen to with your headphones?
Prince. I was up in the office writing scripts. I'm working on that script for Salvation and for the sketch show that we're working on.
For me, more than anything, all the difference in the world, working out.
Yes.
Running.
Yeah, because they stay in place.
Yes. Yeah. Plyometricing.
Well, they just, even the way the rubber is and it sticks in your ear better. You can run. You can ride the bike. You can pull-ups, whatever I'm doing.
You'll
even
see
the
purple
ninja stuff.
LEDs as they're forming inside your ear. It's really cool and weird and never done before. 8 hours of continuous playback on a single charge, up to 20 hours with the charging case. They have a really cool little charging case to keep them safe if you're traveling or whatever. Highly recommend these. You can set custom EQ presets through the app, answer calls on them, everything.
You can adjust it. That's what's cool, man. You get on your phone and you can actually change the sound. There's presets, and then you can do a custom stuff.
Yeah.
I was doing that. It was cool. Yeah, but vaccines,
Right.
impossible.
If you try Fits and don't love them as much as we do, no worries. Ultimate Ears offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're not going to need it. Plus, you'll get free shipping, free returns, and a 1-year warranty. For a limited time, get 15% off your pair of Ultimate Ears Fits true wireless earbuds at ue.com/fits. Just use promo code Titus at checkout. That's 15% off with promo code Titus at ue.com/fits. Also, while you're there, check out the UE Boom and the UE Blast.
I was just going to say, we have so much of their stuff.
We're a UE family for sure. You got to go to the beach, man, and put your tent up, your awning thingy. We're professional beachgoers at this point because of Aunt Kathy. Yep. We have equipment that we keep in Grandma's attic every year when we go to North Carolina. We pull it all out. But my brother takes paracord and hangs the UE Boom speaker
Instead
right
of putting
underneath.
in the sand, you just hang it from the middle of the tent, and it just all
surround sound in the tent.
It's a good company.
And you can link those speakers to each other if you have a party. Put them in different places.
They're not paying us for this, Ed.
I know, but I love this.
I mean, we do use it. But
I love their earbuds. I love all of that. You can use.
Bring it down.
Okay,
spark plug.
Fine. I like this company. That's why we took this ad. But these earbuds
I just
are
like
the
that
shite.
again. That it's all your phone. It's just like this thing has become. Again, I still don't believe this can do anything in the world. You can, and yet you get yet. Oh, it's evil, evil, bad.
Yeah. As they're disagreeing with masks and vaccines on their phone.
On their phone, right. They're doing videos that they're editing on their phone.
Yeah,
and they're actually bringing in songs and stuff. Something that you couldn't do unless you were a professional with a giant room of computers 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
Now you're just like, beep, boop, beep, boop. Did you just edit a video where you screamed about masks on your phone? Then you added music?
Yeah. And posted it to, what's it called? Gap? What's it called?
Gab.
Gab.
A scab.
Hey, Scab.
There it is.
I really hate
it has
the voice.
begun.
I hate the voice. This all started because this place we eat at all the time, she ordered herself coleslaw. And I said, you didn't give me any coleslaw. I said, I didn't get a coleslaw. And she bursts out laughing like a moron. She goes,
I didn't get no coleslaw. How come I didn't get a coleslaw? You got coleslaw.
and then she did this. Like, again, I live with a woman.
Hysterical.
I am, imagine in your entire relationship, you know that moment, guys, the 7th grade dance where you walked all the way across the gym and you said, you want to dance? And then no. And then before you turned that horrible pain before you needed to leave. I live in that.
You're
with the woman I married. No, it's not good.
I live in that.
Coleslaw.
He was so upset about coleslaw. And I just thought, now I have inspiration for the voice. Because I've been trying to think what voice I would give him. Because for a decade, I've listened to him do longer than a decade and a half, do the woman's voice. In every special, he does it. In all comics.
No.
You know. Yeah.
No.
What was the Ready? Okay. That was 5th annual.
That was specifically for a cheerleader.
It was not. You were making fun of the women in the audience that cheered when you said something pro-woman.
Oh, right.
They were cheering, though.
They were cheering.
They were leading a cheer.
Yeah.
So
they were like, yay,
Because
ready,
they-
okay.
they were leading a cheer.
See? Okay.
How do you think you sound?
How you doing? Good to see you. All women sound like this.
I really hate.
we don't have higher
I hate
voices.
if listening to my voice is just like It's awful. It's
You
awful.
have an amazing voice.
Don't you hate listening to yourself though? It sounds different outside.
Yeah, but I sound like me though. I hear me. Welcome to the Titus Podcast. I hear it.
You and I are both a little nasal. Together, we're a little.
By the way, that was my rap name. Yo, what's up, Lil Nasal? I'd be like, what's up, guys? We gonna slow down, man.
Little Dennis.
We're gonna drive by on their asses. No. Yo, Lil Nasal in the room. Lil Nasal in the house. Yo, Lil Nasal up all living in this bitch.
That would be a really creepy bad guy.
You're
starting to find him a little bit. Yeah, how does he kill people?
Lil Nasal?
Sonic, with some Sonic, you know.
He always carries around an Afrin nasal spray, see? And when they sleeping, he said, and then they dead with cyanide. Because I'm Lil Nasal.
I knew, deadly. I knew he'd come up with something that fast. See what I do? I go, how would he kill people?
I go, I've already planned it.
His eyes start going like he thinks of things so quickly.
Did you see? There was a thing on YouTube, and I retweeted it because it was horrible. This little kid, he's like, mom put up a post. Little kid was like 11. He's got leukemia, and she was sitting in the parking lot of the hospital. He's got a fever and he's got some issues. Imagine this. Imagine Wyatt gets sick and you can't take him to the hospital because these dumb fucks who refuse to get vaccinated are now filled up all the emergency rooms and the ICUs. They said there's a 12-hour wait at the ICU, and there was to get admitted in a 6-hour wait in the emergency room, and it's all because these idiots were like, yeah, man, I ain't taking no vaccine. All right, but you'll take up space in the hospital. And again, this has been pointed out a couple times by people I follow on YouTube. If you won't take the medical treatment that will stop you from taking the big medical treatment, you don't get the big medical treatment.
Right.
Did you refuse a vaccine? Guess what? You're gonna have to sit here. No, here's some juice.
Yep.
Here's some vitamin D. You said that worked.
We already had the medicine for you.
Yeah, we had it. You could have stopped
3 months
this.
ago.
I know, but you
still there waiting.
Hippocratic oath. You do no harm.
There was 75 doctors that walked out in Florida.
I don't love that. I do understand the frustration, and there is a point where it's like, but
well, it's also Florida. It didn't happen in a really enlightened state.
These doctors and nurses are killing themselves. They've now deployed Army and Navy
National
medical
Guard
personnel
National
to Baton Rouge and to hospitals in Alabama because they're understaffed. A lot of people left after COVID last time.
Right.
A lot of people still have PTSD from last time, and now they're just like, nope. Or also they're opening parking lot hospitals and parking garage hospitals. That was Mississippi, right?
Yeah, they were actually putting patients in the parking garage.
They need more doctors, and meanwhile these people I can tell you guys, I have 2 family members that as of yesterday finally broke their fever, and that was 18 days in.
Wow.
They lost almost 3 weeks of their lives and still aren't feeling great. I was supposed to go stay with them next week, and I'm not going to because they're still not. We also don't know if they're going to have a long haul. We don't know what's going to happen. Like, it could actually happen. So, and when you look at the stats, it's just funny to me that people, like, what do you think's going to happen? We all took the vaccine. What do you think's going to happen? And the people listening to us have taken it or we'd have some impact. But they did say that this last week, and I think what's happened is Delta just said, all right, yeah, you don't have to take it. We're going to up your health care, though, $200 extra a month. That's what Delta Airlines said. See, that's fair. Yeah, but hey, you don't want to take it? All right, you're going to cost us a lot more.
You're going to cost us a shitload of money. But yeah, if you get this, you're going to cost us $200
Actually, I think that would be great if insurance companies in general did that, because it would be an increased risk.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
It's like being a smoker.
A lifetime risk.
Are you a smoker? Are you vaccinated for COVID?
Yeah, it's a lifetime risk. I mean, and not only that, but so COVID, lungs, kidneys, heart, liver, brain. That's a lifetime ailment because you wouldn't get vaccinated. Okay, guess what? Don't do it. Kosha. Don't do it. I'm very animated because I'm being filmed. I just heard you doing that in that voice. I imagine as you were doing lungs, lungs, heart.
Liver.
Liver. That's so. I'm Southern too. I'm Southern. I'm tiny, and I talk like an elf.
Liver. Yeah, I made you the voice I wanted you to have.
But that would if you don't think insurance companies won't do that.
What's his name?
Stop. Insurance companies are going to do that. Then they have. By the way, you haven't had the COVID vaccine. You're refusing it. Okay, you've just get a 10% surcharge on your insurance. People will go. You fuck with them financially, they'll get this shit done.
What's the tiny short Leslie, the short Southern actor who's obsessed with Dylan McDermott?
Short Southern actor.
Hunker down, my
Lindsey
fellow
Graham.
hunker downers. Leslie, is it Jordan?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, well.
Oh yeah.
You
The
know
little
what
guy.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
He's very funny.
He's very funny. Yeah, that's who I pictured. This episode today also brought to you by Molecule. Speaking of viruses.
And clearing the air.
I had spoken with my sister several weeks ago because she's having really bad allergic reaction to her new husband's dog. And they got a Pico. Sorry, no.
And
They
she's
got
not up for killing the dog.
They got a HEPA filter thing, and
Right.
I was on the phone doing a Molecule ad. I was like, no, this is Pico, this is photoelectrochemical oxidation, and it actually neutralizes these harmful pollutants in the air
I
instead
heard
of
this.
trapping them on a filter.
I'm walking around the house and I hear her literally selling it like she's reading the copy. She's like, no. And then you talked about the fires. Like we had fires.
Yeah.
And although the filter was black, our bedroom smelled like totally fresh. We, every time something happens, does it do viruses? It's medical,
Yeah.
right?
It's viruses, bacteria, mold, allergens, and chemicals. It kills them, destroys them in the air. The big one is designed for rooms up to 600 square feet. Then there's an Air Mini for up to 250. There's an Air Mini Plus for small rooms, Molecule Air Pro, extra large rooms up to 1,000 square feet. And the Molecule Air Pro RX just received the 510K Class 2 medical device clearance. So hospitals are using them now, especially now.
We're 2 years into having this thing running, right?
We're
bought-
more than that.
It's 2.5 years.
We never count the COVID year because it doesn't feel like it happened, but
So
3 years, I think.
So here's what I say: when you go look it up, you're going to say, "Well, that's a piece of equipment. That's that costs what a piece of equipment costs." So many companies have built-in obsolescence, and I don't know how long this Molecule thing's going to work, but I will say this: it has been on 24/7 for 2.5 years and has not failed us, and it doesn't make a noise. I'm more stunned at that. I'm more stunned at this thing.
No service calls, no
Nope,
need for
it
any
busts its ass.
maintenance.
I haven't changed anything. I just changed the filter.
Yeah,
That's it. I just order
but
online.
it's cleaning the air nonstop.
Yeah.
For 2.5 years.
And you can put the app on your phone and adjust it, but I don't need to. I have it on auto, so it boosts when it needs it, and it senses what's in the air and decides, and it just goes. It also gives a very nice, quiet white noise hum in the bedroom, which I love. We're also all at home a lot more. We're also all, pollution right now is at an all-time high. We're all terrified of viruses right now, and
half
some
the
people are allergic to dogs.
Half the planet's burning, so a lot of stuff in the air.
I especially love ours during wildfire season because
It shouldn't be a season. It should be
it's not anymore. It's all year.
Yeah, right.
now.
But it's so funny when they started going fire season.
We decorate for it.
Fucking
It's
be,
really-
exactly. Halloween.
There's a holiday. Yeah, there's a holiday.
God, they already put up decorations for fire season. It's January.
I can't wait for fire season.
So from viruses and odor-causing bacteria to allergens like pollen and dander, which I have, these Molecule air purifiers are scientifically proven to destroy pollutants. They even break down airborne chemicals, which are carcinogens found in indoor air. So, like when your paint gases off, your carpet gases off, things
Right.
like that.
It's that small. That's how. Wow, that's crazy.
So yes, I did do this ad for my sister. And then I said to her, for a limited time, Shay, you can save up to $120 on Molecule air purifiers by visiting molecule.com. That's MOLEKULE.com and using promo code Titus120. Enjoy free shipping and 30-day at-home trial on your order. That's code Titus120 at molecule.com. I actually did give her the promo code, and then she asked me to text her that the call to action and the link to the website. So makes a
Good
big
companies.
difference.
I'm glad we. I say no to a lot of companies, but the companies we do have, we use their stuff. I like it.
You do. I say to Cindy, our ad rep, I
you are
always say
so
he's no
mercenary.
fun.
No, why would you want to sell something?
She knows
that
you
sucks?
now because she'll email me something and go, they're interested, but I already know what he's going to say. And sure enough,
Well, it's like we didn't do this for that. We don't have a Patreon. We don't have a Patreon because I don't think that people should have to pay for. They're nice enough to listen to us. They do it. The Armageddon updates are free. And if we are gonna take ads, they got to be stuff that we believe in, or else we're pieces of shit. As if we we're just like everybody else, and we don't want to do that. Speaking of that, because we don't charge Patreon and we don't actually charge for to be part of the podcast or whatever. Get a ticket to the show. Well, you're going to get a show, but get a ticket to the show on the 25th. That's what we'd like to do. We're going to we're getting a little freaked out about, I'm getting back to freaked out about COVID again, because they're saying now that there's breakthroughs in the Delta. You people, it's weird. What bothers me the most, and you don't need to be here in the stink shack, because him and I rant about these morons with COVID. Oh, yeah. How much? Like 3 times a day. We go, these fucking idiots. Oh, yeah. I know. And then what about this? And I go, yeah, that was fucking. So had everyone just got vaccinated, had you just got vaccinated, we're at 51 or 52% of America is vaccinated now. We need to hit 85 to 90. We wouldn't have a Delta variant.
Right, exactly.
Right. That's what they don't understand. All these people that are saying, "Oh yeah, how's your vaccine now? Doesn't work, and doesn't work at all with Lambda." And I'm like, that's because you gave it a host to live in. Right, exactly. We learned that in 9th grade biology, that all viruses do. They're living things, and they look for a place to live, and
they try to survive
themselves,
and they're only trying to survive. And so if you introduce something that is killing them, if they can find a place to live, they get stronger.
Yeah.
So if you guys would get vaccinated, our vaccines would work.
If it hangs around long enough in a body, it's going to just keep working out.
My stepdad, who was in intelligence for many, many years, said...
he's lit up about all this.
He's really lit up.
He's lit up, man.
Said that the best that we can do now is to take what we can get vaccine-wise as soon as it's available to us and try and stay 1/2 step ahead of this thing, because he sees it going out of control. And he's, I always say this, lifelong conservative, but he's over it.
In the Armageddon update this week, I was pulling graphs, and because dumb people need pictures, because if you look at the percentages, it's insane. Everywhere there's a red state, everywhere. It's through the roof with infections. Like Florida. A death sentence, man. Ron death sentence is just insane. Like, it's everything that you try to be a tough guy and say we have mask mandates, and now all the counties are rebelling against them and saying, oh no, we're having one. Yeah, fuck off. We're not killing our kids for you, dipshit.
It's maddening that the graph doesn't even trigger a thought.
No,
like if you show that to them and go, look, this is where you live. This is because of what you believe.
Yeah, it goes like this. It goes Arizona, across Texas, above Texas, and it's just all the way to the coast, to Florida, and it's just red. And then if you look at California, it's blue. It's like our cases. California, we have like 4 or 5 times the population of most of these states, even more, and we're still less infections than them. Yeah. And in California, if you take that map up, guess where it's red?
In the very center.
It's Center Valley.
And Orange County.
Yeah, Orange County, and then the Central Valley. And it's in the coast, blue. Where all the money and the smart, educated people are?
No.
Blue. Yes, true. No. It's all the farmland in the center is bright red.
But you're
no
wonder you piss people off.
I'm looking at facts.
Just because
people pictures of
work
facts.
in
I'm looking at
farms
pictures of facts.
Doesn't mean they're all dumb. There's dumb people everywhere.
I think if you look at
there's more dumb people there.
High school graduations and university degrees, and just go, where are they?
Where the PhDs living? Where the PhDs at is what we would say.
Well, my PhDs are on day 18 of COVID, so
that's a valid point. But I retract. So why? When did this become political? Trump
I think what the deal, is that it's political, and people that identify with conservative beliefs have Fox, OAN, Newsmax.
Lying.
And lying about, Rachel Maddow did a clip I sent to my stepdad because we were all wondering where this horse dewormer idea came from. And Rachel Maddow was wondering too. And so our team went and looked and played clip after clip after clip on Fox of Tucker Carlson, Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, all doing stories on ivermectin and how it works and it kills the virus. It's an anti-parasitic. A virus is not a parasite. They're very, again, 9th grade biology. I still remember learning about that.
Let's say this. You could just write it down. If let's say you didn't know anyway, you go, so is a virus a parasite? No. Ivermectin kills parasites. Will ivermectin kill a virus?
Exactly.
No. It's like, oh.
I also learned kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. So,
nice. There you go.
You know,
I learned none of that.
some of us listen to 9th grade biology.
But I don't understand why those people aren't being charged. I mean, if you look at everything that Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, and Laura Ingraham have said, they are getting people killed.
Yes.
They're literally getting people killed. Vaccines are
I
this.
think that's coming. I do think that's coming. I think a class action lawsuit is coming. I would bet you $1 million.
Well, doesn't the what was the thing that was lifted that Reagan lifted for news? Doesn't that cover
the
Fairness
fairness doctrine.
doctrine.
Guess who got him to release it? So people don't know this. The news used to have to tell you the truth. They used to have to. It was by law. The FCC, if they could prove you were lying, they could pull your license like that. But Ronald Reagan became president. What happened was Roger Ailes was friends with Ronald Reagan. Roger Ailes is the big giant fat guy who got a bunch of sexual assault charges, had to quit Fox, but he ran it for 30 or 40 years. Roger Ailes got Ronald Reagan to cancel the fairness doctrine. So what happened was news used to have to tell you the truth, and they had to give an opposing view. They had to tell you both sides of the thing, dead straight. And if you didn't, you got your license pulled. Ronald Reagan killed that, and we don't have it back yet, and we need it back. Listen, I get why people can't trust their news. They can't trust it. All the news is different now. It didn't used to be. Three networks.
I think, though, that if you can prove that they did it knowingly, which you could prove that, I think we found out that they were all vaccinated. They've all been vaccinated.
They've all been,
and then they went on the news after being vaccinated, never said they were vaccinated, and said all these horror stories about the vaccine and how it kills people and it changes your DNA and this and that and that.
Poison.
I think that it shows malice aforethought. I think that they did it knowingly. And I think if there's someone listening that wants to make a lot of money, you should start doing commercials.
If you had a family member die who watched Fox News and was told that the vaccine was bad and the vaccine didn't work, please call this.
It'll be the new hoo-ha talcum powder commercial.
That's a weird one, man.
I think old women back in the day used to powder their Idios.
had asbestos in it, I think.
Grandma keeps powder
Didn't
by
it?
the toilet.
I think it did.
It wasn't asbestos. It was
So I don't
something
ever ask, but I think it's you when you're done.
You throw it in a poosh in a cloud of.
And then you walk away
else. I don't.
like a superhero through a fine talcum powder
Like a
cloud.
magician who,
Yeah.
Until you get close, you just leave a contrail.
No, when you sit down. Well, that causes cancer, so don't do it. But anyway.
Do you think your legal mind I find very sexy? So you think that basically if you can show, because all the videos there, they can just show here's where you said what didn't work, here's where you said it didn't, and Sean Hannity's gone back and forth, and all these people who listen to you, you're stating your news. The problem is they've had 3 or 4 cases already on Fox where it got to a higher court, and they said if you believe Tucker Carlson, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
That was the judge was like,
there
hey,
is a fake thing going around about that. PolitiFact dealt with that. They didn't say that they were an entertainment company in a lawsuit. That's a fake thing going around. But
no, they don't.
They did say something about Tucker Carlson. If you listen to Tucker Carlson, you're an idiot. That happened.
What judge said that? Yeah,
recently.
Yeah,
with
judge
the
said
January
that.
6th stuff.
For real?
Basi-
He said if you take anything he's seriously, that's your problem. He goes,
I think
he's obviously not
So
serious.
they took the vaccine before they were required by Fox. They seemingly all jumped to get the vaccine and then spent months telling people not to do it. And I think that would create...
Why do you think?
What?
That why would you... it's obvious the science is there. Sean Hannity's not a moron. He's evil, but he's not a moron. Tucker Carlson's not a moron. They know this. They know the science. Why
it's divisive? It's a political.
Yeah, but what do they get out of it except for their people dying? The only thing I could think of, and this is, and I thought about, like, I kept thinking, you got to always. No one thinks down the road. I say this all the time. Okay, that's your conspiracy theory. Think down the road. Go ABC. How far to take it out as far as you can. What happens with this? All I can think is Trump killed 600,000 people by doing nothing. He told everybody it was going to go away like a miracle, a powerful light, hydroxychloroquine, and 600,000 people are dead. So then Trump loses the election. The only way they can continue to hold power, because imagine in 2022, the midterms, and then imagine 2024, the video that we have and the stupid shit that all these Republicans have said is going to haunt them forever. And they keep saying, they keep clinging to Trump, but I'm like, you guys, all it's going to take is, do you imagine the political ads the Democrats can put together now?
No, but it doesn't seem to matter. His people are going to vote for him no matter what.
Nope.
They don't
you
care.
think they're just going to move on to the
finish.
next soundbite?
Yes and no. I predicted, I won $2,000 betting Biden was going to win, because people, say what you will, but the people on the fringes, the people that are still thinking, that still have children and still want to live, and are still like, I'm working my ass off. I'm a conservative, but Jesus Christ, these guys are fucking idiots.
See, I don't think a lot of that happened. I mean, some certainly, but the majority of what happened was disenfranchised voters realized that their vote counted, and thanks to people like Stacey Abrams, they came out en masse and turned the tide of the election, which is why all of the sudden we have all these voting restriction bills coming out in those kinds of states.
Okay, I would say
it's because white people got scared and realized that disenfranchised voters, and by that I mean black and brown people and indigenous people, realize that they are powerful just by exercising
just so you guys
their
know,
right to vote.
disenfranchised means people who aren't treated fairly and haven't been for centuries.
Disenfranchised by white people. I mean, all of everything, every leg up you've tried to get, someone's kicked you.
Here's my theory on Hannity and those guys. My theory is that if they keep promoting it and more people die, they can take their candidate who killed 600,000 and go, Biden's killed 200,000. What are you guys talking about? It's just a virus. It has nothing to do with us.
You're a dark, dark soul, Mr. Titus.
Oh, as opposed to Tucker Carlson?
I'm
sorry. I don't mean.
For me personally, I think that I didn't know who the hell Tucker Carlson was 4 years ago.
He's a little pear-shaped guy.
And now I know who he is, and I hear about him all the time.
Womanly
and he's
hips.
everywhere, and he has more advertisers, and he's more and more famous, and he's going and meeting with dictators in other countries because they perceive him as powerful. And I think that in this country, in this day and age, that's what really ultimately matters to people: money and power and fame. Everybody just wants to be famous. Everybody just wants money. Everybody wants power. That's it.
No one, being good doesn't win anymore, it feels like. But I think this is a lament for throughout the centuries, throughout the ages. Hello, fruit fly. What's up, Buzzy? This is my boy. Right now we have the craziest election going on in California. It's a recall election, and I started to figure out it's not an election. So election would be, do you want to keep Gavin Newsom or not? That's it. But there's 40 other candidates in the clown car that is California that. Basically, if you write in somebody else, like it's not vote no on the, it should be one question: vote no, recall or not. Then you have the other election. You know, do you want to recall Gavin Newsom? Yes or no?
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Done.
One of the candidates that you can vote for is all his. So you have to put your bio, your qualifications. His is that he is currently a store clerk at Walmart. Angeline calls herself a billboard star. Angeline used her picture from 30 years ago. She was famous because a rich old guy gave her a
She
Corvette.
was famous because he bought, she had a pink Corvette.
Famous-ish in local LA.
And a guy bought her 10 billboards. There was these Angeline billboards that were all over LA. And she had never did anything. She was never talented. She never sang anything. She wasn't funny.
He just put her up in this, was it a pink Corvette?
Pink Corvette. She
on a billboard. This was before my time, but now she is running.
This isn't
Caitlyn Jenner. And then there's another guy who's an actor, and under his qualifications to run, he just says, go check out YouTube. That's amazing. That's
That
amazing.
guy, I went after that guy for something, and he jumped on me, and then I just went after him, and then he stopped.
So
These people aren't Ralph Nader types that are like, hey, I'm going to
No,
be
these are
strategic.
everybody because Trump got elected. Everybody
Exactly.
thinks they
Because
can
of
run for
Trump.
shit now.
Yes.
Even I go, and I could do a better job at this.
Yeah.
And,
So
and then
please-
people write me and go, Titus, yeah, you could.
to
No, I
cut
couldn't.
through the bullshit, please, you can still register to vote in California. I believe you have till September 14th. Please just vote no.
Is there
Do
a limit
you
on
want
the-
to recall Gavin Newsom? No. And then don't fill anyone else's name in. Don't give them any more votes. No. Mail it back.
And the argument for me, I said, don't write anything. He goes, no, I need to write another candidate in case if Gavin loses. If Gavin loses, any Democrat you write in is not going to win. They've already said no.
right.
You moron.
And we're a year away from another election.
Right.
Get rid of Gavin then if you don't like him.
Guys, and here's the problem. It costs $226 million to run this recall bullshit, and we have another election in a year. What do you
The guy
morons
that's
doing?
ahead has already, I tweeted the video, has already said he's immediately getting rid of mask mandates and
0.0
all of the
minimum
vaccine
wage.
requirements for state employees and health
And he wants
employees.
0.0 minimum wage. He says that the market should always set the wage. So that means...
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh, no, you're fucked if he gets elected. It's over.
Here's your check, 0.0.
Yeah,
Our
by the way,
market,
I calculated 0.0 times 40 hours, and you're welcome.
our market
I had to take
dictated
taxes
that.
out, though. I had to take taxes out.
So I owe you money.
Yeah, $14. So we are living in crazy times. I've never been in, and Grandma says it best too. I only go back so far. Grandma goes back much further, and she says, "No, I've never seen it like this." And Gavin Newsom, just to be clear, Gavin Newsom of San Francisco, one of the richest cities in the world. Gavin Newsom also, why did people get mad at him? I don't even know what, was it because of the mask mandates and the lockdown? We locked down first.
And
we were
everything's
right.
become
Yeah.
so politicized.
But I just wanna
and so these people, we have this thing in California law where they can waste a bunch of time and money. And if that was a free and fair election. He was elected. Love him or hate him, you get him for so many years, and then you get to try again. That's how it works.
And you'd think with a Democratic legislature, they could fix that law.
Of course, California is like, we'd like the opportunity to change our minds.
Yeah, exactly.
Because,
Oh, I didn't know that you were going to be a dick. So you're out.
yeah.
So-
Yeah, you didn't say you were going to close nail salons,
But here, exactly.
eyelash extensions.
I am busted.
Yeah, I was busted for a while. man.
So that was why they were mad, because he did lockdowns first, which we were right.
In hindsight, hello.
Yeah, perfect. He did mask mandates, which we were right. And then what else? By the way, we also have like a $300 billion surplus in California right now, or a $38 billion surplus, which has not happened. When Schwarzenegger was governor, we didn't have a surplus. When Gray Davis, the guy before him, was governor, we didn't have a surplus. But when Gavin's here, we have a
I'm
surplus.
not comfortable with you calling him Gavin.
Mr. Newsom? How about I just call him
Governor Newsom?
Slick, because the way he does his hair? Look at our governor's Slick Newsom.
He is a little slick.
He is slick.
And his wife calls herself the first partner of California.
Yeah, we got
That's cringy.
It's a
By
little-
the way, a
little
lot of the
cringy.
left is cringy. A lot of
Yeah,
there's a
oh,
lot
yeah.
of shit where you're like,
Yeah.
did we
Come
just
on.
waste 2 sentences?
you know what it
talking
is? It's
about
all
something?
eye rolly. That's what where you're just like, I got it. So that show is on September 25th.
September
Titus
25th.
and Bradley. We're gonna do material. We're gonna do some
Couple of sketches,
Yep.
but we're gonna do like a show. It's gonna be a club. We're gonna turn this into a club with not 12 people, but like 60 people, 70 people, as many we can get
Vaccinated.
in here. All vaccinated. You guys that want to come, please go to the web, ChristopherTitus.com. If you're here in LA, you want to come in and see that show, because either you can't. Yeah, LA is not. We're not booked really in LA local here in LA for a while. But if you want to come to the show, you're welcome to.
You have to
And gotta be vaccinated.
show proof of vaccination,
Yep.
and you have to wear a mask.
So it's new material, too.
You don't have to wear a mask the whole
Yes,
time.
you do. Yes, you do.
During our show.
Of course. Yes.
Then what are we doing going on the road at all doing comedy?
They are supposed to wear masks when they're not eating or drinking.
They're not. None of them are.
Well, that's how it works.
If you're vaccinated, you can come to the show. What possibly wear a mask.
We're gonna have a meeting.
Yeah, right now we have a meeting. Not after
Vaccinated
the camera's
people
off.
can still spread COVID,
Right, but
and I don't want it.
the viral load does not last as long. It lasts a very short time, and it's
For
done.
99.2% of the people. Have you met me? Do you know my luck?
You are a viral load.
0.08. 0.8, not 0.08. 0.8. I'll be in the 0.8.
You having fun with the blueberries as while we're doing the podcast? She's just been probably.
I'm starving. I'm starving.
Why?
Because I haven't eaten. Why are people ever
Why
starving?
haven't you eaten?
Because I've been on the podcast.
We've only been here an hour.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
That was at my 2.5 mark. I needed to eat. Now I'm at 3.5. I feel like I'm about to pass out. So I'm eating organic blueberries.
You should fast. Why don't
What
you
do you
fast?
got to say about it?
Get back
You
on the
should
fasting
fast.
train.
Why don't
Yeah,
you
I
fast?
did.
I did yesterday.
Yeah, and you're so happy.
Wow. Wow. See what I live with all the time. Constant. It's constant.
I'm happy. I promise.
And when everything gets like, if it starts to get, I'm like, here it comes. Guys, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you for YouTube for actually giving us a little plaque. We're at 150,000 subscribers. We put out more stuff than a lot of people, and it's funny. We're trying to make you laugh. New Armageddon Update will be coming out this week. Also, go to ChristopherTitus.com if you want to get any signed DVDs, whatever you want. And we have new T-shirts coming out. That'll be up today. You can start ordering the new tour shirt. Please go see us in Washington, D.C. We'll be playing the Comedy Loft this weekend where people aren't wearing masks, but they have to be vaccinated. You got to be vaccinated.
I don't know about that because they said that they were already requiring, as of the 23rd, I think, vaccination or negative COVID test. Possibly, I'm not sure.
They're you have to be vaccinated. And do me a favor, guys. Look, I love you guys. I don't want you getting sick. If you want to come see me live and you're not vaccinated, don't come see me live. I'd much rather have you guys pay the $10 and watch the show here than go get people sick or get yourself sick. I really don't. I'm going to take a stand on this. Don't come to my show unless you're vaccinated. Okay? Sorry.
Or have a negative COVID test.
Within 24 hours.
No.
Within 165 hours.
72 hours. I don't
okay.
know why this is so hard for you to grasp. You got to stop telling people.
Because people say, I've heard
You're
people
not
online.
saying people have to be
Quit
vaccinated.
calling me a Nazi. I am not a Nazi.
You are saying if
Trump is a Nazi.
You choose to not be vaccinated, you have to show proof of a negative COVID test within the last couple of days. There you go. That's actually what your
really
policy.
Do you see how contentious she is today? She's really
I'm
contentious
not being.
today.
This has been going on forever to the point that you tweeted it again without saying negative COVID test, and someone
Daddy
tweeted
are
back and said,
fighting.
"I can hear Ray Bradley screaming or a negative COVID test."
Do you notice they use the word screaming? I can hear Ray Bradley screaming.
They were assuming screaming because we've only said it 72 times.
I don't want to end the podcast because it means I have to talk to her after. And
We prefer.
She's going to say some stuff.
We prefer
I
vaccination.
just want to stay here. And keep.
What else can we talk about?
We prefer vaccination, but
Yeah, please.
a negative COVID test will also work.
And guys, the other thing is this: 4 billion shots in arms. We have 170 million people in America are now vaccinated. It's working. There's no death. No one's turning into robots or zombies, except for the people that are hooked to machines because they didn't get vaccinated. Those people fucking look like robots. Thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate it. Be safe, please. This ain't over yet. Until it is over, let's do the right thing. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the Hylinder. Later.
Peace out. Mariachi music. I think you should do Okay. All right. Let's go again. And go.
It's
like at a table at a restaurant.
Only uno.
You got it.
Wait.
There can be only one.
There you go.